Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Cassie Johnson and I'm a full-time Etsy seller and Etsy coach. I started selling print-on-demand t-shirts on Etsy in 2020 and have now scaled my business to replace my full-time income and am now teaching people on YouTube how to do the exact same thing. If you're looking to start your very own business from home, or you already sell print on demand and really enjoy actionable step-by-step advice, then please consider going ahead and subscribing to my channel. It really does mean the world to me that I get to help change other people's lives with these videos. If you're anything like me, then this is your very first time owning your own business. And when you get started, there's so many things to learn and to know, and it can be really overwhelming. So I wanted to make a quick video on how to have great customer service and get 5-star reviews, but make it simple and easy. I'll go over some of the new updates to the Star Seller program and why you want to try to be a part of it if you can, and some customer service tips on how to make it easier for you, like how to extend your shipping time frames if one of your shirts gets delayed. And make sure to stay until the end because I will share a template of a message to send your customers to get more 5-star reviews. So first I want to go over the updates to the Star Seller program. The Star Seller program is a program that Etsy started that puts a nice big badge on the top of your Etsy shop that says you ship your items fast, you reply back quickly, and that people are loving your items. You used to have to get 95% of your reviews had to be 5-star reviews. So getting some 4-star reviews really counted against you, but Etsy recently made an update that you just have to get an overall percentage score of 4.8% for your reviews, which is going to be much more attainable for lots more Etsy sellers. So this is great news since many more Etsy sellers will be getting their Star Seller badge starting this month in July. It's really cool because Etsy said they made this change after surveying a bunch of Etsy sellers, so thank you to everyone who went ahead and filled out that Etsy survey. Another change they made was that you used to have to get at least 10 sales per month to qualify for the Star Seller program, but starting in July of 2022, they are changing that now you only need 5 sales per month for the 90-day period to get that Star Seller badge. So now, again, this Star Seller badge is just that much more attainable for you brand new Etsy sellers. Now, if you don't get the Star Seller badge, it is not the end of the world. This isn't going to hurt your sales, but it can be just a nice kind of trust badge on your new shop to show that people are loving your items. But you do want to work towards having more and more good reviews in your store. That way you have the social proof that other people have been happy with your items, and this will help you get better sales going forward in the future. So let's talk about how to get more 5-star reviews and get the Etsy Star Seller badge all at the same time. First, you need to respond to all messages within 24 hours. I recommend responding to messages as quickly as possible. I recommend downloading the Etsy Seller app. That way you can get these notifications on your phone and respond right away. It really helps to give a more personal experience when your buyer can message you and get a response really quickly. That way they don't just go ahead and move on and message another Etsy shop that gets back to them first. Even if you respond with something like, I'm out and about right now, but I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I get home this evening, then they at least know that you're going to get back to them and that you're just another real human being that's out and about doing things just like they do. And then I always end all of my messages with thank you for supporting our small family business. This can really, again, help to personalize you so they know it's another human on the other end of the message. It's especially important to respond right away if you get an upset customer, because it's easy to let these upset customers ruin your day and be mad or annoyed at what they sent you, but the faster you can get their problem resolved, the happier they'll be, and the less long you have to worry about it. This will also be better for your own mental health since many of us have never done customer service type jobs before, and I don't want this weighing on you. I want you to respond to these messages and just move on since this really is a numbers game and we just want you helping the next customer and moving forward with your business instead of just being upset about something that you got today. It's important to know that no business is perfect. There are going to be issues, there are going to be problems. You are going to mess things up. Printify is going to mess things up. But just know that you are strong, you are able to handle this, and you are worthy of having your own business. Don't think that you need to do tons of research before you get started, to know everything before you do it. It's better to just take these little teeny baby steps moving forward every day, and trust me, it will get easier and easier over time, but try not to overthink it. If Printify ever messes up an order or something gets lost in the mail, just message them and they are always happy to give you a refund or reprint the item and send it back out to the customer. So don't worry, everything is fixable. And if you ever get spam messages to your store, just go ahead and mark them as spam, and then you don't have to respond, and these won't count against your response rate. And then over time, you'll get many of the same questions over and over again. So I'd go ahead and save your responses as snippets. When you go into the messages, you'll see you can save future responses. That way it just makes it quicker and quicker to respond to these repetitive messages that you'll get. So now that we're responding to all of our messages quickly, let's talk about getting your order sent out on time. With any print-on-demand company, they will quote you on how long it's going to take to print your item. Most print-on-demand companies, it takes anywhere from 2 to 5 business days to print and get your item shipped out. But every once in a while, there are going to be delays, and I need you to be ready for them. Things go out of stock, things get lost in the mail. So what I do is I set my shipping time at 3 to 10 business days for the time that I need to get the item made and sent out. So this does show a very large window of time that they could possibly receive their item, but it sets the proper expectation that it could be on the later side. And then if there are ever delays, then I have the time and the buffer that I don't need to do anything. There's especially a lot of delays around the holidays since a lot of the popular colors go out of stock. So as we get closer to Christmas, I typically update my time to 5 to 14 business days to get the item sent out to the customer. The majority of the time, my items get sent out more quickly than my promised time frame. And this is what you call under-promising and over-delivering. And so a lot of my reviews rave and rave about how the item came much more quickly than they expected. And this is what you want for your reviews as well. Etsy really doesn't like it when you go over your promised time frame for the ship by date. So if for any reason something is going to go over the time, you want to go ahead and update that ship by date. You can do this by going to your orders tab, and the bottom right of that order, there's going to be 3 little dots, and you can click it and say update ship by date. You can do this one time if an order is going to go over the promised time frame. So I typically add 4 to 5 days onto that just to give myself a buffer. And then it'll have you send a message to your customer and just say a quick explanation that you're having some stock issues, but you're working on getting this out to your customer as quickly as you can. And again, thank you for supporting our small family-run business. Most people are super understanding, and then now you're not going to be going over your shipping time frame. To keep an eye on these, when you go to your Etsy dashboard, there is an update in the bottom left that will show you if there's any items that need to be sent by tomorrow, and those are the ones that you'd want to go ahead and update that ship by date for. So now we're responding to messages quickly and we're getting all of our orders sent out on time. We need to talk about getting those 5-star reviews. Now for this next part, I do really want to give the credit to my good friend Jamie. She's another 6-figure Etsy seller, and she has a TikTok where she teaches Etsy tips and tricks and has motivational TikToks. Her TikTok is Changing Her Life Biz, and definitely go check her out if you are on TikTok and give her a like and a follow. She has created a message that she sends to every single one of her customers after they order that I think is just genius. I'll go ahead and read this to you, and then I'll also put a copy of it down in the description for you to copy and use for your own store. So whenever she gets an order, she just goes ahead and sends this message right to the customer after they order or sometime within the next day or 2. And what it does is it answers a lot of the questions that buyers have and questions that they might have in the future. That way it just solves any problems before they start. So her message says, "Thank you so much for your order. We are preparing your order for production, and as soon as your item is ready to ship out, we'll send you over a tracking number. Please note, if you ordered more than one item, it may be shipped separately and you may receive more than one package and tracking. Please allow 1 to 3 business days from the time an item is shipped for movement to show on your tracking number. If you're happy with your item, we would love to receive your 5-star review. We pride ourselves in making sure our customers love their items. Please be sure to reach out to us directly if you have any questions or issues with your order before leaving your review if you feel your item deserves less than 5 stars, so we can help you if needed. Thank you so much for supporting our small family-run business. We appreciate you very much." So again, what I think is really genius about this message is she answers most of her customers' questions or issues they might have along the order process before they even have them. She said she's constantly getting great 5-star reviews where they even say in the message that they're so happy that the seller reached out with a personal message for their order. Now, it's good to remember that Etsy is a unique website. Many people shop on this website because they want to support small businesses and they want to get unique items to give their loved ones. It also plants the seed that if they're planning on leaving anything less than 5 stars, to go ahead and message her first and she'll be happy to fix it for them. I know I'm going to implement sending this out to my customers in my own store, and I hope you do as well. Now lastly, if and when you do get those bad reviews, try not to stress it. Just message the person and ask them for a photo of the issue, and if there is a printing error, then Printify again is happy to send a replacement or give a full refund. Or if it's a mistake that you made, then again, just go ahead and send them a new one or give them a refund. Sometimes there's nothing you can do to change their review, but it doesn't hurt to try. I also would recommend not publicly replying to any reviews, since the customer can't change the review after you've replied to it. Don't ever let a bad review ruin your day. Some people are just salty, and it just comes with owning your own business. Just move on and forget that it's there. You'll get plenty of good 5-star reviews in the future that will just go ahead and bury that one. I really hope that these customer service tips can help you grow your business and make it easier for you to run it. You really can do this even if you've never been in customer service before or if you even aren't a people person. Again, a huge reason why people shop on Etsy is because they want to support small businesses. So just be yourself, be helpful, respond right away, send out the messages on time, and everything will work out in the end. So just be yourself and take one small baby step at a time. Improve a little bit every day, and eventually you'll be the person that you want to be, and you'll be where you want to be in your life. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way until the end. And if you really did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing and liking it and leaving a comment down below. It really does mean the world to me, and we'll see you in the next one.